Now. Good morning. Tim Randall from Links Magazines, reporting once again from my kitchen table at home in sunny Tavistock. I'm with Lawrence Barnes. Good morning, Lawrence.
Hi, Tim. How are you?
I'm very well. Now, Lawrence Barnes is a director of DB Heating, based in Tavistock. Now, you're heating, plumbing and installation specialists. And Lawrence, how are things been? How are things out there at the moment? What's happening now for you guys?
It's been a challenge, Tim. We've managed to weather out the worst of it, I hope. We've managed to remain active throughout dealing with emergencies for our customers. That was our main prerogative from the start, really, was to be there for our existing customers and new customers and provide them safety in their own homes with their existing gas, oil, or otherwise heating systems, plumbing, heating related electrics, etc.
Yeah. And you've been operating right the way through this sort of lockdown, haven't you? You haven't stopped at all. So any emergencies, any of your customers have had some issues or problems, minor or major, you guys have been out there doing that.
Absolutely. It's not been without its challenges, which we knew from the start. But unfortunately, we did have to furlough the majority of our workforce. But we knew that retaining some for emergencies would be imperative. I stayed on with a couple of the other engineers with various different skill sets to be able to provide the cover that we needed to, and it's gone pretty well. I think we've managed to cover all of the needs that we've had come in that time. But we are certainly looking forward to potentially increasing the workload back to a few more normal tasks in the coming weeks, hopefully.
Yes. Now, we're now sat here on Friday, the whatever it is of May. We're sat here now. Things are changing rapidly this week, I get a sense of. People are going back to work. Some shops are starting to open. Estate agents now open, as from yesterday. So the workload's going to start to increase. You're going to be going into people and replacing boilers or fixing boilers or whatever you're doing. What kind of health and safety measures are you now employing so that your customers can feel safe and secure in the knowledge that you guys are doing it as per the government guidelines? What do you have to do, and what are you doing now?
Currently, we are decontaminating tools prior to going into a customer's house, and also when we come out of a customer's house, because that's obviously the most thing that guys are going to be touching other than the appliances themselves. They're wearing adequate PPE and regular hand washing. If the hand washing facilities are not available in the area that we're not working, then we're using hand sanitizer. One of the biggest things that we've been doing actually doesn't involve any equipment at all. It's more communicating with the customer. We do make sure to discuss how the visit's going to go prior to attending, be that when we're booking, we discuss with the customer that our requirements are 2 metre distancing, just to politely remind them. And also when the engineer arrives, they have a discussion prior to entering the property, either on the phone or at a safe distance, to explain the areas they're likely going to need to go in the house, be that the stopcock, the gas meter, where the boiler is, all the controls are, your timer, etc. And that means the customer has a good idea of where they're going to be and whether they're happy to lead them to it, or they can follow them around the house at a safe distance if they so wish. Of course, all our guys are DBS checked as part of duty of care, really. We do a lot of work in schools and care homes, so that's a necessity for us anyway.
I didn't realise that. Right.
Yeah, lots of work in schools and care homes, particularly local care homes. I understand thus far have been pretty much, the ones that I'm talking about anyway, have been pretty much unaffected, which is very lucky given the news at the moment.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Now, just a little bit about your company. You've been going a fair little while. How long has DB Heating been going for now?
Almost 40 years. It's certainly longer than I've been here.
So before you were born, then?
Yes, long before I was born. But my father always makes the joke that I could solder a pipe before I could ride a bike. So I've definitely been around it for as long as I can remember.
Yeah. But that's important, isn't it? I mean, for people in Tavistock, and I know you don't just do Tavistock, you do a huge area. You cover a huge area with DB Heating. But it's important for people to know that they're doing business with someone, a family business, first of all, first and foremost, but also a company that's been around for such a long period of time. I mean, companies just don't last that long in local communities if they don't give good quality, service, do they?
Yeah, we think so. It's always been one of our most important drivers, really, that our quality of service comes before everything else, be that quality of the customer's experience when they're dealing with us, but also the quality of the product. And we've lost out on business countless times because we refuse to reduce the quality of the product that we provide, and that means we miss out on cost occasionally on some projects, but those customers always come back when they understand the differences, and that really has meant that we've been able to stand the test of time.
Yes, no, absolutely. No, it's very important. Now, so just tell me about the products that you offer. So what are you?
Yeah. So we products. My biggest products, obviously, are services. Be that annual servicing of boilers, which we are able and experienced to cover all manufacturers and types. Be that commercial oil and gas in a plant situation, right down through to your regular domestic properties and cooking appliances, down to the smallest water heater in a caravan. We can deal with all of it. And there's the old adage of no job too small, be it a dripping tap, through to fitting out a hotel. We have got somebody who is an expert in that department. And we try and cover as much as possible because, especially where we live, there's no bulk of work that's similar. You have to be able to be experienced and an expert in a vast amount of different domestic engineering, really. And that's what we specialise in teaching our guys and making sure that their education stays at the forefront as well, that they're always staying ahead of standards and developments in technology.
And I know from articles that we've written in our Links magazines that you've had a very extensive apprentice training schemes as well, haven't you? So
absolutely,
local people are being trained by your company and are now fully qualified engineers, aren't they?
Absolutely, yeah. We've got an excellent retention rate of our apprentices as well, which, as you may or may not know, or the viewers may not know, is not a usual thing in the industry. Apprentices do normally qualify and fly off to fields that are greener. We do have an excellent rate of retention for our apprentices, which is fantastic for us because it tells us that we're obviously doing it right when we look after our employees and also they're local people too. So it's important for us that we keep that talent and keep growing that talent locally.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, brilliant. And how about you mentally? I mean, have you managed to do lots of exercise and stuff, or are you too busy?
Yeah, no, I've tried. I mean, as I say, we haven't really stopped. I haven't stopped myself and the other emergency cover staff, and it has been. There's been moments of freedom, but it's been a pretty much full-on commitment to keep the emergency calls because we do offer an out-of-hours facility as well, just by calling the office number for existing customers. So we're there pretty much 24 hours a day.
Yes.
However, I have managed to sneak off for a bit of enjoyment and exercise time. I've certainly been getting out on the mountain bike quite a bit and enjoying the local trails as sensibly as possible, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. Brilliant. So if we want to get hold of you, what's the best methods to contact DB Heating?
Yeah, the best way is good old-fashioned telephone on 01822 611 300. If you prefer, you can get hold of us on email, which I would say use the reception address, which is reception@dbheating.com. We are on Facebook, so please do get in touch with us there. And while you're there, why not check out our reviews, which are also available. Separate reviews are available on our Google listing and also via the Which Trusted Traders website, which we are accredited members.
Fab, brilliant. Now, is there anything at all, anything else we want to say this morning about DB Heating or the services you can offer?
I think we've covered it pretty comprehensively. we're happy and proud to still be here serving the locality, being Tavistock, Plymouth, West Devon and East Cornwall, and we look forward to continuing to do so safely and as reliably as possible.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, fantastic. Right, well, Lawrence, just stay there. We'll have a chat afterwards. But for now, that's that one done. That's DB Heating, a fantastic local firm. This is Links Magazines. My name is Tim Randall. We'll be back with, I'm doing some more interviews this morning and this afternoon. So there'll be lots of, they're all up on our website, dartmoorlinks.co.uk. They're all on Facebook page, etc. So anyway, I hope you're enjoying them and we'll see you again soon. Thanks very much for listening in. Bye-bye.